A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already... And Martinez! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Well, it goes to show you there's a lot you can do if you have willing runners like that. You'll always get that chance. And it's quite direct from them. It's actually quite long from back to front.
France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Pass is just off target. Upamecano. He's a sharp little ball here. Zaire Emery. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's McAllister. Can he get on the end of this? That has been cut short. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alvarez. Upamecano gets over and intercepts. Zaire Emery. Pass somewhat off target. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Saliba. Camavinga. Chouameni. And it's Doué. Looking for options for movement. He has found the way through. Real chance here. Takes a shot! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Argentina are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the first significant... Mbappe! Trustmark comes to the rescue. And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Now, can they get him away? Well read, nice interception. Doué. Passing is crisp and sharp. Some really good ball movement. Fernandez. And here's Dembele. Can he finish? And he was alert to it. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Alvarez. That's a decent clearance. Argentina have got it back and they'll have another go. Doué. Now that looks a decent ball. Dembele has the space to scheme. Martinez aims beyond the defence. And smartly reclaimed. Great chance! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Argentina are down to 10 men.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Dembele, ready to try one.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. Tagliafico did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Dembele. Can he finish? Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Mbappe. Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Alvarez. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Mbappe. It's a good foot in there. Alvarez.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Koundé. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Saliba cuts out the pass. Mbappe. And this is Dembele. And here's Zaire Emery. Looking to play him in. Zaire Emery. Chance for a shot! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Argentina have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And so the action is resumed. Argentina leading courtesy of the game's only goal. He's on it, can he get away? This is a promising build-up. Played out wide, and it's Zaire Emery. Paz.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Dembele.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Martinez. Threads one in. Martinez. Good take, a chance, surely! Oh, that was no routine save.
Paz really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Getting up there! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. Just the keeper in his way. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that is a little undercooked. Mbappe. And here's Dembele. Doué. Dembele. Decent chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And here's Zaire Emery. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Upamecano gets across to intercept that. Doué. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's a very decent... It's Dembele! And that is wildly off target. Time then for the first substitution of the game. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think it's time for fresh legs. Looks like a popular decision as they're going all out for this now.
Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. Opts to play it back. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Mbappe. Thuram. He's keen, determined to have his say.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
En Argentina, número 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
Zanetti. Knocks it into space. Space for him to turn and look. Can he stop it going out?
Batistuta has basically crossed that in blind faith. I'd suggest he try a little patience.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, nicely intercepted. Argentina have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Picked out brilliantly.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
The ball is onto this. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And claimed it back swiftly. Goes for a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Romero. Alvarez is herring after that one. Alvarez has it in a wide position. De Paul with... Oh, good effort! Another one of football's and how moments. Argentina have opted to make another change here. Dybala coming on here. The change that was broadly anticipated.
Well, I'm not sure this is one for protecting the lead, Peter. The manager seems to be telling him to keenly...
Shapes to shoot! And a truly agonising miss.
Mbappe was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Foot in. Koundé. Argentina close now to seeing this one through to the end. And this is Batistuta.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
Zanetti. He's found a way through. Batistuta. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. De Paul. Tagliafico. Can he get onto this? He's shifting through the gears here. And there goes the final whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with